because they do sell well. And actually you can really annoy Glasgow by buying them all today. And then we wouldn't have any to sell in Glasgow, which I'd be quite annoyed at. So is there anyone here now? We've got a few more folk. Who here is doing the double? Who's doing Glasgow tomorrow as well?
Probably not.
Ah, that's better. Who's cycling through to Glasgow tomorrow? Ah, we've got one over there, yes. Anyone else cycling through to Glasgow? There's never a headwind cycling through to Glasgow, no matter what anyone tells you. No. And it's always sunny.
Yeah, so everyone is cycling, every man is cycling is going to
So for anyone that's joining, as I say folks, the closer you can come in, the more space it is. It makes it a better picture for the folk taking photos up in Arthur's Seat as well, because it looks like there isn't just a big gap right about me. So come in close to the stage, it helps folk get in from the back as well. That's great. I don't pick on you, it's not like a comedy thing where I start saying, oh hi, what are you wearing? It's not like that, honest. That's it, I can start grilling the guys at the front. So how many times have you been to Pedlar Parliament before? Oh, we've got 4. Okay, so hands up, there's a question. Who here, apart from me, Sally and Kim standing up here, has been to every Pedlar Parliament? Who else has been to every Pedlar Parliament? We've got a few. Oh, we've got a few back here. So you managed to go up to the ones in Inverness and Aberdeen as well then? Ah, I caught you out there. So anyone that's joining, we've managed this year, for the first time ever, to get folk waving to us from Arthur's Seat. Our next challenge is to get them to do a Highland fling. Okay, so that's what we're going to go for. So there isn't a crowd at the moment. Hello Arthur's Seat, is there anyone looking down? Hello? Hello? Arthur's Seat, people wave back. Hello? Yoo-hoo! Are you waving at all? Hold on, have we got a waver? Hello? Are you waving? Oh, it's gone off. Come on guys, we're looking for somebody. It would really make our day if somebody did the Highland fling walking up Arthur's Seat. We'll get there. In fact, is anyone mind just going to running up and doing it for us? No? Yep, so guys, as I say, keep moving in, keep moving in. There's space round this side as well. There's space round the back, there's plenty of space, so please keep filling the gaps. Don't just stand back on the road, come in closer. We're one big happy Pedlar Parliament family. You're all part of the same thing.
solar power generation for our systems.
So obviously we're just waiting because there's having to be a few stops at the moment, so we're waiting for the rest to come. It takes a little while.
That's a hell of a gear ratio.
Oh, look at this guys, if you look over to the road, there's a little girl there on her balance bike. How cute is that? I think we all have to give a cheer to the wee girl on the balance bike. Oh! Woo! Hello, little girl on the balance bike, hello! This is exactly what Pedlar Parliament is about. Because I know, obviously, there's a lot of us here who cycle on the roads, and I like to say despite the conditions, and what we're trying to change it so that people will cycle because of the conditions. And it's little folk, it's folk like the girl on the little balance bike there that this is all about. It's about enabling kids to be able to cycle on the roads. Now I was at a public meeting a year or so ago in an area that I live in, which is definitely, I won't mention it, but we'll call it East Bartonshire for the sake of this argument. And while I was there, I stood up and asked the question, do you want children to cycle on the road? And they said no. So So let me ask the question here at Pedalon Parliament. Do you want children to cycle on the road?
Yes!
Not loud enough. Do you want kids to be able to cycle on the roads?
Yes!
Exactly. That is exactly what this is all about. A very different response. So I can see there is actually more coming in. I think there's been another stop, so we've still got a wee while to go yet.
I'm gonna grab a t-shirt. Just a sec. Oh, it's stuck in here.
I mean, it's for a physical trail, so if you drove it, the dentist needs it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, thanks. Yeah,
So as I say, thank you everyone for hanging on. Once everybody's here, obviously there's large numbers, it takes a while. We'll be having a set of speeches from speakers. They include a mix of MSPs and councillors. And obviously we've also got a couple of speakers from Talking Tandems. The Talking Tandems, I think there's certainly a couple of them over there with the yellow shirts. Hello Talking Tandems!
One large, please. Thank you.
And this is a fantastic group of guys who's all about enabling those who can't see as well, who have issues with their sight, and enabling them to get out cycling by cycling on tandem, so they have somebody who's leading them along. Fantastic way of enabling them to get folk out cycling. And this obviously makes people would be much better situation if we had segregated and proper infrastructure on our roads. So we're actually going to have a couple of speakers from Talking Tandems at the end as well, so please hang on to listen to these speeches.
I just don't want Glasgow getting in.
So as well as that, as some of you may already know, is there anyone here who's from the Science March today as well? Because we know there is a second march happening later on today. There's a March of Science. Okay, so today as well, as well as Pedalon Parliament, there is another march on today, and it's the March for Science, which is a very worthwhile cause, especially when you consider the amount of people who are starting to ignore scientific thought and theories. So it's very important that we get the message out, the importance of science.
American people.
And so there's a march on today, and it's from Waterloo Place at 2 o'clock. So we actually organised it with them to ensure you had the opportunity to come and Pedalon Parliament and march for science. So you can basically change the world in one day. So there you go, what an opportunity you have. So as I say, it's at 2 PM from Waterloo Place. So anyway, it's been a wee while. I want to hear a Pedalon Parliament cheer. Can you give me a cheer after the count of 3? 1, 2, 3! That's not bad, that's not bad. But what I need you all to do, anyone who's a bit far out, if there's space, please come in closer. There's a big gap over this side this year, everyone's over that side. It seems to vary from year to year. But there's a big gap, please come in, please get as close as you can. There's a huge big pile of folk coming in just now, so we need to make as much space for them as you can. So if anyone can move in, come in a bit closer, please do.
You guys been up to much?
My wee one's ill, so he's not here.
Have you enjoyed yourself today, Douglas? Yeah. How did we get here? Right. Yeah.
Best way to come.
Whereabouts for you guys in the whole line about you? Right near the front?
Halfway along.
Yeah.
So give a quick look at the crowd coming in. Hello folks, hello to Pedalon Parliament, hello!
A wee bit grumpy getting going, but...
Hello people up on Arthur's seat, hello!
Here last year.
Right.
So this is my second one. What about you?
No, first time doing it. Well, we moved back down around the last year. So It's good fun though, isn't it? Should we get some sandwiches? Normally it's a lot more sandwiches.
There's an ice cream van there as well.
That is enterprising. Yeah, just kind of wearing lycra or something. That's it.
So go on, we're waiting, there's still more coming in. Let's see how many folk we can get waving up on Arthur's seat again. Okay, so Arthur's seat, hello up there, hello! Anyone want to wave? Hello! Yoo-hoo!
I want to see someone jump.
Sorry about that, my voice is too powerful for the sound system. Hello Arthur's seat, hello! Oh, there we go, we've got somebody waving, hello! Right, you in the white, hello? Yes, you. You have to do a wee dance for us. Can you do a dance? A wee dance, come on! Give us a dance! Yay! Brilliant, well done! Right, that's everybody here, hello! So we're going to be starting the speeches very shortly. That's everybody here. Can I ask, if you're stuck in the back, there is space on the other side. So please come in close. Because I know sometimes people have difficulty hearing what we're saying. In fact, let's ask that question. Can you hear us in the back? Oh God. Can you hear us in the back at all? Say aye if you can, wave. Oh yeah, we're getting some thumbs up at the back. But please do come in. It makes a better photos from the top. Kim was playing with my sporran there. Thank you. So okay, who here is from Edinburgh? I thought that might work. Who here is from Glasgow? It is a lovely day to be here in Glasgow. Oh, sorry, Edinburgh. Oh dear. You know, the one fantastic thing about having this pop this year in so many places is I can pretend we're on tour. So it's a bit like being a rock band. And so I can pretend I'm in the wrong city and accidentally say, hello Glasgow! Oh dear. Never mind. Anyway, but it is fantastic this year that we have pop not in one city, not in two cities, but in 4 cities this year. Now, I can assure you that it's been a bit of a daunting task for those involved, but it's been made much better by the fact that, oh, my voice keeps changing, okay. But it's made much better by the fact that there's such a good organising team that we're going to thank them towards the end, but there has been a fantastic organisational team involved in all 4 cities. So let's just give them a quick cheer just now to the pop volunteers. Woo! They are fantastic. Because, to be honest with you, whilst I'm a bit of a media tart myself, so I like doing this sort of stuff, but pop, I'm not one of the... I do a bit of organising, but there are so many people who put so much work into Pedal Parliament, it's unbelievable. They do a huge amount. So, trust me, the organisation is vast, and it's amazing how much work they do. So, we'll be starting the speeches very, very shortly, so please hang on. The sun, I think, is getting close to poking out, even though we're in Edinburgh. And, well, the other thing is, obviously now that you're all... Sorry, that's me again talking too loud. But the other thing as well is we have a second Pedal Parliament that you could all attend tomorrow. There is a Pedal Parliament in Glasgow. Now, personally, as someone who's actually from Glasgow myself, I am absolutely thrilled by that, and I'm really looking forward to it. But what you are all welcome to come, because I believe there are some people here today. So I'll ask, who here is doing the double? Who's going to Glasgow tomorrow? So we've got a fair crowd of folk who are doing Glasgow tomorrow as well. And tomorrow, whilst we don't have the Transport Minister here today, he is actually coming to Glasgow tomorrow. So it's worth going and making sure he understands how important we see cycling. But of course this year it's about the council elections as well, so we're going to have some councillors and MSPs talking shortly. what it is, it is. Oh. I am sorry. Sorry. Ready? Yes, okay. Okay. Right, good. Okay, everybody. Hello, Pedlar Parliament! Woo! Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Hello, pedal on Parliament! That's better. Okay, hello. So, obviously, we're here today to send a message to our politicians that cycling and active travel matter to us. So today, we have a number of speakers, including politicians, who are here to speak to you, to tell you what they and their parties are going to do for cycling and active travel. This is particularly important because of the local council elections this year. So, we're going to go through, and I suspect the first speaker might get a good response, because we're going to have Alison Johnson from the Green Party.
Thank you, Dave. I really don't know how to continue after this MC masterclass. This is my sixth, my sixth pedal, and every year we see such a dedicated, committed turnout of people who just get what this agenda means. If we invest properly in cycling, we can tackle climate change. If we invest properly in cycling, we can cut air pollution. If we invest properly in cycling, we can tackle the obesity and diabetes epidemic that Scotland faces. If we invest properly in cycling, our young people can get to and from school, they can visit friends, they can go out and play without our concern. If we look at what's happening in the Netherlands, they've just scored, top marks for health and well-being of their young people. And look at how easy it is for young people in that country to get out and about on the roads. It fosters independence, it empowers people. Not to mention the fact that cycling is affordable. Those countries where more people cycle in greater numbers, it's those on lower incomes who benefit most. But you're proof today that this isn't some middle-class niche activity. This is a mode of transport for all, and it's one that we have to get serious about. Physical inactivity in this country causes 2,500 deaths a year. Air pollution in Scotland, 2,500 deaths per year. We cannot simply stand by and do nothing. The budget for motorways and trunk roads this year, 2,365 million if I remember correctly. The budget for cycling, 39 point whatever million. We have to close that gap. I have not yet spoken at Pedal on Parliament when the cycling element of the transport budget has reached 2%. That has to change. It has to change if the SNP government are going to deliver their vision, commendable vision, that 10% of all journeys in 2020 will be by bike. That is a vision I wholeheartedly support, but I want to see the resources, the capacity and the commitment to make sure that happens. I would like to congratulate those local authorities who are taking this agenda seriously. In Edinburgh we have that commitment, 10% of the transport budget. And when one local authority does that, others think, hey, this is the right thing to do. Glasgow are beginning to do the right thing too. Now, obviously, I represent Lothian, and we can't have Glasgow catching up with us, can we? So, let's continue to show that it can be done. Let's get out on our bikes. It would be nice if we were out there, not in spite of the challenges that cycling, it confronts us with, but because it's a pleasurable, safe and fun thing to do. I know many of you get that. Let's get out, spread the message, but the Scottish Greens will continue to campaign on this agenda. Our councillors are committed to this agenda, as are our parliamentarians. Let's go and make sure that Scotland knows that this is a country where more people want to get about on their bikes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alison. Okay, next up today we have Alex Cole-Hamilton, who's an MSP for the Liberal Democrats. Thank you, Edinburgh. You look amazing today. If you're beside a bike bell, ring it now. Let's hear them. That's fantastic. It's so important that you are heard in this building, in the city chambers of Edinburgh, and in local authority chambers across this country, because we are here, our voices matter, and the issue that we are here to campaign for today is absolutely integral to our way of life, to our planet, and to our health and our safety in our communities. These are our roads. We do not surrender them to the motorists. We are as important as anybody else. Now, I want to say a big thank you to my son Finn. He's 8 years old. This is the most he has ever cycled in one day. And haven't the kids done well, everyone? Let's hear it for the kids. Because this is as much about their future as it is about our today. We are living in a beautiful city. You are in a beautiful city. My son and his brother and sisters are growing up in a beautiful city. It should be geared up for cycling. Cycling should be a mecca sport, an activity and mode of transport, but it has over many years drifted back into obscurity with road conditions which will cost hundreds of millions of pounds to get right, with speeding traffic and cut-throughs and rat runs where the motorist is king. And yet again, we still have to put the preeminence of cycling back to the top of the agenda. And absolutely, we must understand that not only is the motoring bad for road safety, but I, in my constituency of West Edinburgh, have two of the most polluted streets in this country. And it is 2017, and we still have two of the most polluted streets in the country in my constituency. We have such a job of work to do. It is marches and protest demonstrations like this Pedal on Parliament which will get the message back to decision makers and opinion formers to ensure that we absolutely bring cycling back to the top of the firmament. Because as we've heard from Alison Johnson, I have to say it's great to stand here with Alison today. It's great to stand with politicians from all parties, because this should be a cross-party issue. This is about the health of our nation. We are still the sick person of Europe in terms of our levels of heart attacks, obesity, cancer, and we know that for every £1 you invest in cycling, you get £5 back in health benefits for the nation. So this is not just an issue of whether we should spend money in cycling, it's why are we not spending money investing in cycling. Because it is absolutely important we have an integrated network of cycle paths, that we make crossings and road use safe for cyclists, so that my son Finn, his brother, his sister can absolutely enjoy the benefits of cycling, and with the confidence of his parents and other people in this town, know that their kids are safe to do so. Because cycling is a right, it is a beautiful, joyous activity, and we should never be told that it is not important. So thank you so much for being here today. It's absolutely important we keep the message going. Join the Pedal on Parliament in Glasgow tomorrow. Get involved in the activity in the Festival of Cycling in June. And thank you so much for coming today. Thank you very much, Alex. Next up, we have Councillor Adam McVeigh for the SNP.
Thank you very much. And I agree with a lot of what the two previous speakers have said in terms of the investment that we need to continue to garner. And I think, being entirely honest, I think our Scottish Government, and it's all of our Scottish Government, does need to put a little bit more into cycling to make sure that we can enable the kind of game-changing progress that we need to make, not just in Edinburgh but across the entire country. I'm proud. Our job in Edinburgh, I think, is to make sure that every council across Scotland can make cycling easier for the reasons articulated by Alison in particular. I'm proud of the SNP record in Edinburgh, because in Edinburgh we've delivered for cyclists a whole host of policies that I think have met that agenda and tried to make it easier across our city. We've delivered a massive expansion in 20 miles an hour. It's made it easier not only for cyclists where infrastructure exists, but made it easier for cyclists and young people to feel more confident in their communities, the areas that they live, the areas they work, the areas they shop, to make sure that a street is not just seen as a car paradise, but is seen as a place where cyclists are safe and secure absolutely everywhere. We've delivered 10% of our transport budget in cycling. Edinburgh SNP will maintain that for the next 5 years, and we've delivered game-changing infrastructure projects like Leaf Walk, a £10 million scheme to massively improve cycling facilities and cycling infrastructure in the city, and the SNP has committed and agreed to supporting the East-West Cycleway in its most ambitious form that will transform West Edinburgh's commuter corridor to make sure more people can take cycling as their primary use of travel to work. In the next 5 years, we're guaranteed to, we're committed to maintaining our percentage of cycling budget, but it's not just the percentage, it's how much you're willing to spend. It's about tackling potholes, which are a slight threat to a car's suspension, but a massive threat of broken bones to a cyclist. So Edinburgh SNP are going to spend £100 million in the next council administration fixing Edinburgh's roads and pavements. We'll keep supporting projects that make a difference. It's not good enough to spend it on little things that will make minor differences. We need to spend it on game-changing infrastructure projects that will seriously change people's decision making and how they travel around our urban environment. I'm enormously proud to have been Edinburgh's cycling champion in the council for the last 3 years. We stand shoulder to shoulder and handlebar to handlebar with everyone here's agenda and trying to make cycling in our city much easier for people across Scotland. It takes political will, a lot of political will, and we've seen that in the controversy of some cycling projects across the country, and it also takes money to deliver the change that we need. I think in Edinburgh we're delivering both, and I think the political will exists at a national level to make sure that this agenda is taken seriously and put to the forefront of how we solve our transport issues. I hope the money follows very soon after. Please have a fantastic day. Make sure your vote counts. Make sure that you're voting for people in your local authority elections who not only support cycling but understand it and can actually affect and make change. Hopefully we elect a whole host of councillors, not just in Edinburgh, not just in Lothians, but across Scotland, who understand the issues and who understand that for them to make meaningful change, they're going to have to deliver political will, they're going to have to deliver financial support for the infrastructure, and they're going to have to take serious efforts to reform the way their council transport departments approach transport problems to make sure cycling is front and centre of the mix of solutions. Thank you very much. Please, if you vote for the SNP, that would be fantastic on May the 4th. If you vote for anyone, that would be even better, because turnout has to be as high as we can possibly make it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next up we have Daniel Johnson, MSP for Labour Party.
Well, thank you very much, and it's a huge pleasure to be here speaking to you. This is the third time I've been to Pedal Parliament, so to come here and speak is an absolute pleasure, because I think it's such a fantastic event. But before saying more, I would just like to give my submit apologies on behalf of Kes Dugdale, who is a huge supporter of this event, but who is today paddling across the Forth. So while she might not be here, she's definitely participating in a form of active transport. I think we can all agree. But this is a fantastic event because I think it allows us to appreciate what a fantastic city we live in. The fact that we can be here in the middle of a city, surrounded by buildings, but also with Arthur's Seat and Salisbury Crags, we live in a really special place. And I think also this event gives us a little glimpse about what kind of city we could have as well, because I always really enjoy it, because cycling in the streets where cyclists are taking over the streets, the exclusion of cars, and that wonderful feeling of what that's like is brilliant. But it is just a glimpse, because that's not the way things are normally. And that has to be what this agenda is about reclaiming roads, reclaiming streets, to make them about people, not about cars. And I think that's what the politics of today should be about, and that's what the agenda should be. Because I think we're at a very important point in time, because I think that change is coming. Over the last few months, in the last year or two, we've seen a much greater focus on the damage that diesel cars do, the damage that has on our health, and we see the steps that some cities are taking to curb those vehicles. In Paris, Mexico City, and more recently, Sadiq Khan as Mayor of London, introducing limitations on diesel cars, and we have to take those steps. But we also see the change that technology can bring, with the possibility of electric cars and decreasing car ownership, people using cars on demand, with the possibility of radically reducing the number of cars, not just driving on our roads, but parked, doing nothing on our roads. And I keep looking around my constituency of Edinburgh Southern, seeing all the empty cars, doing nothing, sitting on the side of the road, and I think, well, what if they were cycle lanes? What if those spaces were given over to people? And I think that's the kind of vision, those are the kinds of things we need to start looking at as we move forward. Because I think one of the best things about today is it makes you realise the difference that this sort of event, this sort of activity can make, because cycling and active transport is on the agenda. It is a commitment that we see politicians making, taking seriously, and it is good